Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick.
And my name is Chris. And Nick, what do we got in store today?
Well, today, Chris, we are going to take a cheeky look at Stellar. We're going to have a look at the market, see what's happened in the last 24 hours, see what's happened in the last 7 days, take a look at the Stellar chart, have a look at some of those resistance and support lines, and then give our thoughts on where this thing can go for the rest of this year and leading into early 2021, Chris. I think it's going to be a fantastic opportunity here for Stellar and everyone who's kind of holding XLM at the moment. So as always, guys, if you find this useful, informative, and are really big on Stellar, go ahead and smash that like button for Chris. He really does appreciate it. And as always, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you'll be kept up to date with all of the videos and live streams that we do here on the Cheeky Crypto channel. Right, Chris, I'm going to hop us over to the markets, see what's happened in the last 24 hours and the last 7 days, and then dive deep into the Stellar, the XLM to USD chart.
Super, sounds great. Let's get straight into it, Nick.
Fantastic. So as we can see, the market cap is currently at $508 billion with Bitcoin's dominance of 62.2%. These are the 20 tokens that we watch here on the Cheeky Crypto channel, chosen because A, we're either invested in them or we need to monitor them, such as the case of Bitcoin, as the impact on other markets and other cryptos here. So let's see what's going on. The last 24 hours, Bitcoin is slightly down here at 0.9%. Ethereum is down 0.7%. XRP is up 2%. Chainlink is down 0.7%. Cardano is up 0.4%, Polkadot's 2.2% up, and Stellar, topic of today's video, Chris, is up 13.7%. We have VeChain up 0.2%, Algorand down 1%, Ren down 1.6%, Zilliqa down 3%, 𝗕𝗘𝗪 up 1.6%, RSR down 3%, Matic 0.3% up, SingularityNet 1.1% down, FetchAI 3.3%, Solve 1.7%, Polymath 4.8%, Harmony, one Harmony that is 2.4% down, and V4 is up at 4.12%. So that's your last 24 hours on these particular projects. And if we go down to 7 days here, we can see Bitcoin is down 8.35%. Ethereum's only managing to scrape by here at 1.7% for the week. XRP is at 72.9% positive, which is great to see, and it's outperforming things like Bitcoin massively. We have Chainlink 11.5% down, Cardano 21.4% up, Polkadot down 8.8%, and Stellar, Chris, again, this topic of today's video, 123% for the last 7 days, which is absolutely fantastic news. VeChain's up 20%, Algorand 6%, Ren down 2.4%, Zilliqa 13% positive, 𝗕𝗘𝗪 8.5% positive. RSR down 22%, Matic down 1.7%, SingularityNet 16.6%, FetchAI 7.6%, Solve pretty flat there at 0.04%, Polymath slightly positive at 7%, Harmony down 4.8%, and V4 positive 11.7%. So a pretty good mixed bag here on the 7-day front, with about half and half green, half red. And good to see things like XRP and Stellar both leading the chart in terms of those 7 days for these particular tokens. So, Chris, let's have a look at the chart to see where we're currently standing, and then obviously get into what we think is next for Stellar and XLM.
Sounds great, Nick. Let's do it.
Okay, so here I have our XLM chart to the USD. This is all time, right? So I can go all the way from the beginning of time for Stellar of September 2014, and we can see it was incredibly flat for the most part here. And God, there were some buying opportunities at the early days, I have to say. Obviously, we started to pick up pace in around early 2017, and then we obviously got the all-time high here which I think is 93 cents. That was around there at the time, a high of 91 according to this chart. So depending where you go, this one says 91. I'm sure I've read 93 on CoinMarketCap. So the all-time high there in 2018, and then we've kind of seen a bit of a downward trend, if you will, where we are today. So what we're going to do is I've pasted in these or drawn in these sort of support and resistant lines at key kind of levels on the chart. They're only very roughly drawn to give us a bit of an indication as to where these lines potentially could be in the coming weeks. So if I just drill on in here, we can see how we've been trading. And what I've done here is I've actually drawn in a fib retracement here, just on where we were from the low of the 19th of November to the high of the 25th of November. And obviously I could pull this right back here, but we've been trading pretty sideways since September. So if I left it over there, for example, to give you an idea of best case, I've tried to make this worst case scenario in terms of retracement by having it over here. So the higher we put the low point, the worse the retracement level appears to be. So when we were on here, we can see that actually we retraced just below yesterday. This was the 50% retracement level. So if I get my pencil, we can see just here, this was the but 50%, and we dropped down to 38.2 in that range, trading between these two green lines. Okay, and so when we're inside this this little trading box, we were there incredibly briefly, and it didn't stick. There was too much buying pressure. Basically, Stellar was undervalued at this point, and basically brought the candle back up. That being said, it did close up here. So if I pull in my arrow, it ended up closing just here. So that would have been approximately 16 something cents. Okay, so it could actually just hover above it. Yeah, 16.6 cents. That would have been the easier way of doing that, Chris. So 16.6 cents is where it closed yesterday, and that was undervalued, and basically the bulls took control again. In doing so, they went straight away from this level here of the 50% to the 61%, smashed through that 61.8% level, and then straight past this 18.39 resistance level, smashing it. And we are currently trading right up here at 19.3 cents. And if I flick back over to here, we can just double check what that is. It's 19.28, okay? So relatively in line. I think this might be a slight delay to it one way or the other, but nonetheless, it's in that ballpark. It's at 19.3 on this chart. So ultimately, we're seeing this. Now, one thing we are noting here is there is significant resistance at this level here. This is the 78.6% fib retrace level, okay? This is something that has been tested multiple times. It was tested by the wick of that candle, okay? We were unable to close above it here, so we basically stayed right on it. We opened up and basically it was a high, so we ended up really pushing down the price here, and we're fast approaching this level again today. So I think once we pierce this, I think there's a good strong chance that we'll continue past this other level of resistance as well. Okay, so what I'm really keen to see is not only passing the 78.6% level. I can just clear that bit. If I can select my pencil, there we go. Right, if we want to clear this 78% level here, which is at 19.7 cents, okay, so if we can get past 19.7 cents, then we have a strong chance to approach the 20.6 cents level. And I would really want us to close above this level. If we do manage to close above the 20.6, then that means that we are in for a real good shot at moving up to the next level. So if I scroll out, our next level is at 28.15. Now that is to be said as the next major level, something that's been tested multiple times over here. There are a few other kind of minor levels along the route, however. So for example, we can see one here. So once we pass there, we have it again at 22 cents. So we'll push past that. And then we've probably got another one in around here approximately. That puts that at 23 cents. And then we can draw an additional one this way. just in here as well. So there's quite a few different steps to kind of take here. But the next kind of major one that crosses multiple periods in time is really at 28. These other ones in between, I think we could probably easily pass. We might bounce off them a couple of times, but it shouldn't take too much buying pressure to really pierce it past them. So I'm pretty confident, Chris, that if we can get past the 20.6 cent level in the next sort of day or two, then I'm pretty confident that we'll be heading towards 28 cents pretty comfortably. And then once we pass 28 cent, guys, again, we have this next level. This is the next kind of like 34.9 or 35 cent level, which is this one here. And once we get past that, you're really then talking about heading up towards those much, much higher numbers where we're in the 40s here. And really from there, the sky is a bit at the limit. I think we are approaching, Chris, the grounds for new all-time highs in the coming weeks and months. So that's it, guys, really. I think that's enough on the chart. Let's hear from Chris and see what his thoughts are.
Yeah, so I think you're right, Nick. I think we just need to breach those points in which you just mentioned. And I think, ultimately, like when I've looked at the charts, I kind of feel like we're heading towards that $1.50 mark, in the next big bull run. So I guess it's, we can't give any time frames for when that's going to happen, but it does look like it's breaking out, doesn't it, Nick? And I think it's just got to breach those points that you mentioned.
Yeah, I'm really keen to see it breach 28 cent and 35 cent, and if it can get past that 46 with enough buying pressure in the coming weeks, I think we have a real strong chance of moving to those numbers that we haven't seen since 2017-18. And this is really good news for all of the XLM holders. And the good news, obviously, in recent days that we've seen as well, in terms of the price just not being suppressed that much, there's definite movement here in the Stellar camp. So, guys, hopefully this was informative for you and you found it useful. If you did, then definitely go ahead and smash that like button for Chris. He really does appreciate it. And if you haven't done so yet, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you'll be kept up to date with all of the videos and live streams that we do here on the Cheeky Crypto channel. And with that said, we hope you have a fantastic day and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Yeah, take care, everyone.